Hello YouTubers, I hope you're ready for the next update on the YZ80 So I've got the engine apart, just waiting on a few parts like seals, crank seals and gaskets. The top end's getting rebored at the moment, so I'm just waiting for the piston kit to come back. Like I said in another video, the crank seal here is in reverse, so I'm just waiting to get that. So I'm just going to have to pull all the clutch off to be able to get that cog off to be able to get the seal out. While I'm doing that, I'm getting all the engine ready for paint, so I'm just stripping all the mud and crud out. Now the surface all cleaned up, ready to glue back together because it doesn't have a gasket. The head I've been working on as well, stripped it. I'm just going to give the bit of a clean up here. Also the clutch pin, polished it all up nice and shiny. Been working on the airbox as well, so I pulled that apart, cleaning up all the metal parts and so I got the air cleaner here, so I'll give that a clean. I've cleaned all of the inside out, taken the air filter off, so the base looks good. The piece here was all rusty, so I've taken that off and cleaned it. So I've just got to pop that back on. This should come up nicely once I give it a polish. And then the suspension, I've put that on the wire wheel and cleaned it all up. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's got good gas and pressure in it. The shop works nicely, and I've just painted the spring ready. So down here we've got the rear and front wheels that I've re-spoked. Those got to go to the tyre shop for tyres. Got the rear swing arm on the frame that's been painted. Also got a pile of parts here that have all been paint stripped clean, ready to paint up. So like the engine bolts, polished them all up on the ends so they're all nice and shiny. They look like they were new anyway. I've got the triple clamps that's ready to paint on the bottom, so I won't powder coat that because I don't want to get the shaft all painted. Now I've still got a few more bits and pieces in there. As you can see, they're a bit rusty still to put on the wire wheel and clean, but it's coming along nicely. The hubs are painted and brakes are being put back in. I've just got to find another bush like this one for the top part of the suspension because I had to cut that off when I pulled it apart. It was rusted in. And then the forks, they're not too bad. I've just given them a light sand on the chrome and just wire buffed the bottom, which I'll eventually polish so they look nice and shiny again. So that's about where we're up to now. So I've ended up getting a Vintco top end piston kit this time, so the pistons and the top end's getting rebored to suit it. So once that's all back together, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It looked like good quality, so I'll let you know in one of the videos once it gets started. So I've paint stripped the clutch cover. If you're going to do it, don't leave the seals in. I'm going to replace them anyway, but the paint stripper made that all crack. So the engine looks not too bad. It looks like it's fairly newish, like it's got new nuts and bolts, and it's still had a lot of zinc plating left on that. The crank was good condition. I've given the gearbox a bit of a clean out, and all the gears look good. And there, the case is ready to be glued back together once I do the seal on the other side. So always check the play in the bearing, which doesn't seem to be any. Go up and down. A bit of left and right's alright because you've got the piston that stays in. Well, so I hope you enjoyed the next update on the video. I'll let you know how it goes in the next one once I get a bit further. So that's where we're up to now. Thanks for watching again. If you like it, subscribe.